All right, this morning, Mary is sharing with us an organization that is close to her heart. It's Image Reborn. They support breast cancer survivors by bringing them together for some amazing free retreats.
That's right. I got a chance to sit down with the doctor who started it and one of my breast friends, a lovely lady I met at a retreat. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and there's a big gala coming up to help benefit the Image Reborn Foundation. And we have the founder of Image Reborn with us, Dr. Renato Saltz, and one of my fellow retreat members, Carly Buckner, here to talk a little bit about the gala coming up and the whole purpose of Image Reborn. The gala is important because it helps fund the Image Reborn retreats. And Dr. Saltz is the one who came up with the idea of these retreats. How did you come about that? I mean, you're a plastic surgeon, so you can physically fix things, right?
I was in charge, for 10 years, Mary, I was in charge of all the breast cancer reconstruction at the University of Utah. And there was a huge need to bring the survivors together and so they could heal. You know, hope was missing, healing was missing. They need to find their souls to conquer this terrible disease. So back in 1998, we started with these small groups of women. And for 3 days, we put them in some beautiful, beautiful homes up in Park City, donated to us, and just hit them with massage therapies, journaling, skincare, hikes. Therapists, helping them to recover and finding hope and healing.
Okay, and it's grown now from a couple a year to what, 34 this year?
34, probably 40 next year.
Yeah.
We're now in St. George for adventure retreats. We're in Park City. We remain in Park City. We have retreats in Denver, Colorado with one of our former retreats attendees and board member. We are in Houston, Texas. In December, we're going to have our first one in South Florida. Okay,
and I know you do the retreats. You also do a sex conference, because that involves a lot of complicated things after surgery and different treatments as well.
You know, in the past 26 years, we learned so much about the benefits of bringing them together and helping them to go through this. And sex conference, during COVID, we had a record number of virtual retreats. Right. We had last year, as you know, we had our first death in difficult hearing survivors retreats. Next year, we plan to have our first blind survivors retreat.
So, well, and to think of all the different things a deaf woman has to go through in therapy and recovering without the support system that we all might take for granted.
And just the ability to talk to the doctors. I mean, imagine just the breast cancer survivors have a hard time dealing with their doctors. Imagine if you need an interpreter to do that.
Yeah. Now, and Carly was on a retreat with me that we got to go on 2 years ago. And these women that we met are friends now for life. We have a text chain that we probably touch base at least once a month with what people are doing. You had a pink event going on down in Utah County.
I did, yes.
How important was the retreat? What does it mean? What did it mean to you?
So at the time, it was honestly exactly what I needed, because at the time I was in the middle of my treatment. I had 5-year-old twins at home, a husband that worked, and I heard about this retreat. A friend of mine that goes to my gym that knows you, Dr. Saltz, and I was like, free? There's no way. Like, there's no way that a 3-day weekend in Park City, meals provided, massage, everything. I'm like, no way. There's no way that is free. So I looked into it, and I signed up. I got to meet Mary, and I didn't realize how much I needed it until I got there. Like, you don't realize how much you don't process while you're just going day to day, especially with kids and life. And you just have to survive, because that's what you know how to do. And so to get there and realize that you're grieving, you know, and you have to process these feelings and these emotions, and to be able to relate with other women that have been through the same thing. The text thread, I can't tell you how many times I've asked people for advice that have been through it, because you can look things up on the internet and everything is just you just never know, right? You never know what you're going to find.
And-
but to actually ask people who've been through it is so important.
And people that we bonded with, and to have a doctor
Yes.
come in and talk. You go in and,
Yes.
and come in on the last day and answer any questions that people might have, unfiltered. And you get a
Unfiltered.
lot of unfiltered questions.
Yeah, I love the Sunday mornings when I go for the medical hour.
Mm-hmm.
Those are my best Sundays because you really, by the end of the weekend, you become the best friends. Women it takes 5 seconds and they are best friends. And by Sunday morning, you see the benefit, and I'm all excited. I'm pumped to get more retreats. We have had over 4,000 breast cancer survivors.
It's amazing.
During these retreats,
4,000 who've been
which
through
is
it.
really, really fascinating, and we need more. You can go to our website,
Right.
imagerebornfoundation.org, pick the retreat you want. We have adventure retreats in
I
St.
did
George.
that.
You
I
did
that. So after that
Right.
retreat,
How
I
was
did
it?
one. It was amazing. We canoed
Oh my gosh.
into the lake, and we
Don't
canoed
remember.
to our actual campsite. It was incredible.
Not for me, but it is for Kelly. Okay.
Yes,
And
I
I was going
definitely-
to
yes.
joke. You become best friends, but you become breast friends.
That's what
at
I
these
call my
retreats.
people
Okay.
that I know. I'm like, they're my best friends.
Well, we have the big gala coming up on November 2nd, but we really want to let people know about the website, and it's imagerebornfoundation.org. If you want to let a friend know about these free retreats or sign up yourself, go to the website, and we'll see you.
That's pretty cool.
It is
So how
neat.
long are these retreats?
You show up Friday at 5 in the evening, and you leave Sunday at noon.
Okay,
so
well,
it's
that
overnight.
makes it manageable.
And, yeah,
Because
and
I think with gals that have kids and stuff, they think, well, I can't leave my family for
the
that.
whole time, yeah.
But if it's just for a long weekend,
Right.
that makes it a little easier.
And some women don't think they deserve it, but you do deserve it. In fact, the worst part of all of it was just the arts and crafts. And that's because I'm not good at it.
crafts.
So that was the worst part. And the rest of
Well,
it was amazing.
Not only do women think they don't deserve it, they just think, I don't need it.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Yeah, and that's
a
what's
lot
surprising.
of times we're not fine, even though we
Right.
tell ourselves that
And
we
you
are.
don't realize you need it until you get there.
Yeah.
And then
That's
it's
pretty cool.
very valuable.
Yeah, pretty